I see someone was already waiting. It's been amazing, having these conversations about our girls in the diaspora. If you are just joining me, very good time, amazing time to go share with your family and your friends, especially that particular person that is parenting a girl. Yes, in the diaspora. US, UK, Canada, etc. Hello, Mrs. Tovar. I hope that my girls are doing good. Thank you, everyone. Again, we are counting down to Friday, Valentine. Me and my girls, we're going to say, in fact, my girls have been feeling very loved because their parents have been sending in notes and little gifts and those things, that just warms the heart of a girl. If you are here, whether you're in the girls' home or not, and you have not already started loving on your daughters, you are late. You are late. Yesterday, I was talking to a particular young man that is like a son to me, and I was saying, better don't let these girls chop your money this season. He say, Mommy, they have already chopped my money. That's it. Many times, parents become late. This boy has already spent on the girls he wants to spend money on. Since you are just saying, what are we, how now? So please, quickly, 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 run along and get what it is that you want to give to your girl. Miss Lover said, it's your girl that chose her gift to. Our card is hearing it. You'll be all right. You'll be fine, man. The Lord will provide for you. The Lord will keep providing. But please, on a more serious note, let's take this thing seriously. Many times we just come with, if it was mention what one thing that your daughter is doing that you don't like, by now you'd have seen parents everywhere writing, analyzing. Now we say go and buy gifts. If you don't want to buy, if you cannot afford to buy, write notes. Just do something that shows that you thought about it. That's the only thing these girls want, or the major thing they want. Not just money, not just a full lecture, just a thought. The heartfulness is what we're asking for. We're not asking for too much on behalf of all my daughters. Please, we're not asking for too much. Alrighty, so today we're going to just continue in our conversation, and we're going to be talking about something that is also very interesting. Today we're going to be talking about why our daughters in the diaspora seem to be so quick to please people. I've got these complaints over and over again. Somebody still even complain with saying, Etima, I don't understand. My daughter is not a bad girl, oh, but the only thing is she's constantly pleasing people. What do I do? How do I help? The complaints are such a lot. But the complaints do nothing. We need to find out why it's happening, and then that will now give us, the opportunity to help solve the problem. Now, for me, I think that people pleasing for girls is very common. People pleasing for girls is very common. Let's not even deceive ourselves. Most girls are people pleasers. Most mommies, why am I saying girls? Most mommies are people pleasers now. Even us too, we are dealing with it. And then here we are, our daughters are in a strange land. They are not even where they are not even in a place where it's supposed to be easy for them. They are in a place where they are struggling, where it looks like they are not disadvantaged, but it looks like they don't have an advantage. You think it's gonna be easy? Never. Never. They're gonna struggle. Hello, Mrs. Ogechuko. How are you? God bless you. Thank you for joining us. So let's mention why. Sorry, I'm trying to get my notes out. um, okay, I have it now. Our girls are struggling for many reasons. Thank you. But our girls are struggling for many reasons. When they go abroad, there's this, would I call it a stereotype, or would I call it a subtle pressure that is emphasizing so much on the need for our girls to be perfect, to be a good girl, so that it will not be as if all what I did has gone down the drain. Nigerian parents are constantly emphasizing obedience, respect, make us proud. The more you are highlighting what is expected of your daughter, the more you are putting her at risk of being a people pleaser. Allow her see some of these things. Allow her understand that, oh, in this family we don't do this. But the more you are stressing, the more you are emphasizing, the more I know that, please don't get me wrong, I know that it's good, it's appropriate for us to remind our children of where they are coming from and who they are. But we must be creative in doing these things. If you keep saying it and sounding it, and at a point you sound like a broken record, like, oh, mommy, again, there we go again. That's how it's going to sound. And that's because we have not found better, more creative ways of doing it. Do you know that the more you have this list of what to do and what is expected of you, the more your daughters believe that they are in a box, they are in a cage, and they struggle with assertiveness. That means expressing themselves in a respectful way, even though it's not pleasing to the or acceptable to the parents. Many times we want our children to align. We want our daughters to just align. Come on now, this is the way to go. It doesn't always go that way. And so, because the girls feel like, oh, after my mom has finished and my dad has finished reeling out this all these criteria, I don't have anything to say. If I say now, it will be as if, so it shuts them down. The more your daughters shut down, our daughters shut down, the more at risk they are of people pleasing. Trust me. I was a people pleaser even till adulthood, even till a few years back. That's the truth. And thinking about it now, it goes back to my parents' parenting style. One of my parents, not to be named. Was it a bad thing they were doing in that times? No, it was not meant to be bad. It was just meant to be, let's make her a better girl. Let's make our children better. But in the process, my voice, I perceive, was taken. Your daughters become people pleasers when their voices are taken, when their voices are silenced. Think about it. Does your daughter ever get to refuse or talk about having an alternative plan to the one that you have set for her in the diaspora? You say, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing this, you're not. And then can she come and express herself? I'm not saying she must do what you want or not do what you want. I'm saying, can she at least express herself? This is one of the reasons why I most of my one-on-one sessions are for girls in the UK and in the US plus Canada, in the diaspora generally. I didn't plan it that way. But they're always at loggerheads, most of them with their parents. And it's not like what the girls are doing is right. What the girls are doing is not right at all. But here we go. We need a way out. So Aunty Etima has to come in as the middle ground, as the advocate. And the first thing I do with these girls is give them the opportunity to be heard. If your girls are not being heard at home, especially if they're in the diaspora, you are raising a people pleaser without knowing. You'll be calling it stubbornness. Oh, she's wayward. Oh, she's rebellious. What is actually happening is she is um what's the word now? She's a people pleaser in training. She's just training how to become a people pleaser. So I need us to be very mindful. Another thing that parents do is that these girls, because of how hard we are, the girls learn to prioritize the needs of others. Remember, they have been prioritizing your need. Oh, my mother, my father, they're going to grow up prioritizing other people's needs. It's going to be like it's about them, not me. Oh, my parents want me to study this. Oh, my parents want me to go to this school. Oh, my parents want me to live in this place. Everything's about you, you, you. You are raising a people pleaser without knowing, because their expectations, their their own behavior, their career choices, their friendships, everything is about you. They would always want it to be about somebody else. There was a time I didn't want my daughter to be hanging out with a particular friend. The more I tried to tell her this friend, the more she was hanging out with that friend. I had to change strategy. Right now, as I talk to you, even to say hello, I didn't say anything again. I just used my systems at the back end. But when you try to force, this must be the person that is your friend. This must be the school that you go. This must be, you are raising someone that cannot speak up because that person is never ever heard. All right. The fear of disappointing you is the second reason. The first one is the fact that there's a pressure of becoming a good girl, a perfect child, so that people are abroad in back home will not think that I'm not doing a good job. Who sent me there? Shebi they told me to stay. Why did I go? If that is your goal, you're going to struggle. Girls don't want to disappoint you. I speak to them. They say this, I don't want my mom, I don't want my mom to be, I don't want to disappoint my dad. In the process of all that, you will find out that our girls will become people pleasers. That's what will happen. They will not be able to stand on their own decisions. They are going to constantly withdraw emotionally. They are going to try to avoid criticism. They are going to try to avoid punishment, consequence, and all that. That fear will make them people pleasers. Struggling with identity. Yes, I see you, Madam Afolake, coming in. Thank you and welcome. Struggling with the identity is another reason why they are people pleasers. Of course, we have talked about that over and over again. But for me, identity is beyond looks. Looks is part of your identity, of course, but identity is beyond looks. It is your heart, your mind. What have you accepted? What have you accepted as your identity? If these girls don't feel, don't accept their uniqueness and their differences, they are going to constantly be under pressure to towards their teachers, their classmates, their friends, their bosses, whoever they're okay, everybody. Hello, everyone. Thank you and welcome here. Our daughters need to breathe. Do you know sometimes this statement of do you know who you are? Sometimes it can become a problem. I'm not saying we should not remind our children of who they are. It's good to remind them. But when we do some of these things in a way that is not patterned or well structured, it rubs off as overdoing. It comes off as a tool in over parenting. Every time remind me of who I am. Can't I just as a child know who I, can't I just observe, can't I just come to the understanding, to the light of who I am? That's the question. Until then, our daughters will still feel like, oh, somebody that is telling me, that is showing me who I am, that person is superior to me. It's a big problem. Another reason why I know that girls in the diaspora would be people pleasers, yeah, would be that they lack confidence in their own needs. They are not allowed to say something like, um, I I need I need this or I need that. They are not allowed to. It looks like, what is it? Every time, are you the only one? Are you the only one? Sometimes expressing, being assertive, being aware of your personality and your weaknesses makes you confident, right? The other day, a girl in the girls' hall was asking me, Tima, what are your weaknesses? I was taken aback for a second because these are young girls that you're trying to groom. Am I supposed to share with them? Am I supposed to be that vulnerable to an 8 years old? Won't it won't it make me look incompetent? Do you see? Do you see? And I put myself together. And I said, my weakness is okay, I'll share. I'll share like two or three. It did a lot. I felt the girls understand that as a girl, part of what makes me confident is knowing that I have struggles. Finish. Oh. It's not in feeling like I don't. See, the moment you try to prove that you are perfect, you are a people pleaser. One day I'm going to talk about people pleasing again. I keep talking about it. I'm going to talk about it fully, but I'm going to talk about it with your daughters themselves. The moment you are trying to put up a front that this is how I am, you are a people pleaser. You are trying to make it right in the eyes of people. That is people pleasing, please. So what can we do to help as parents? Keep teaching your daughters respect, assertiveness, bold expression of their opinions, whether it is liked, accepted or not. That is key. Let them know how to agree and disagree respectfully. Sometimes when my children want to snap, I'm like, no, I can't take that. That's wrong. Express yourself, but do it respectfully. Nobody's going to bite you. Nobody's going to beat you. Just speak up, but do so respectfully. Encourage them to voice their opinions even when they are not at home. Because most times our children can talk with us, mommy, please, can I speak? But when they go out there, I don't know whether these people out there are looking like monsters. I don't know what the problem is. That it now looks like, okay, I can talk at home, I can't talk outside the home. Tell them that nobody is God on their lives. And so they are free, totally free to express themselves. Teach them that they have a right to say no. On Friday, we are going for an outreach to a private school in a rural community here in Abuja. We are taking with them the Girls Hub notepad. What is inside that notepad is how to say no. Yes, I teach how to say no. I don't want to assume. I will teach you how you will say no. You will say no that your no will be accepted. Full ground, full blown acceptance of your no. Not the one that you say no, you'll be crying. You say no, you'll be feeling bad. You say no, you'll be regretting. You say no, you'll be feeling guilty. No, no, proper no. Enriched no. Acceptable no. We will teach the girls. Encourage them to take responsibility for their decision making process so that when it's good, they enjoy the benefits. When it's bad, they suffer the consequences. See, it's that simple. Don't try to come in the way. Allow them, allow them, allow them. What else can we do? Teach them, of course, help them, because you can teach self-confidence, but help them build it. It's not enough for you to say, oh, when anybody talks to you, respond to the person back. You have taught your daughter self-confidence. No, that's not it. Self-confidence is a trust in one's abilities. So our daughters need to know what their abilities are, improve those abilities, and be proud of their abilities. That's a summary of how to build self-confidence. The Girls in Diaspora class is coming up this weekend. I'm already almost set. I'm already preparing my notes and everything. The other facilitators are amazing. They are ready. Everyone is ready to help your girl go through this process of um, understanding and balancing her identity in her host country. This is key because at the end of it all, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem, a big problem. It becomes a big problem with managing herself. She's already in that country. She can't come back home. Even though I feel like some of them should come back home. I know that you people have heart attack if I say that some of them should come back home. But you know what I mean. These girls need to know how to go about these things. When they do, they are better confident and they thrive better. They succeed more because they already know what it takes. You want to join that class? Please join us. A message through the DM, whatever means, just send a message and get the details. And please share with your loved ones. People usually like to wait until when the class has started. Something like some people are still asking to join the girls' hub as at yesterday. Girls' hub that started since 2nd January. They are going through, their friends going through, and I'm like, why didn't we tell them all this while? Don't let my girls struggle to catch up. Please, let's help them. We're also counting down to announcing our course in April, The Girl with Sense. That course is a course for sexual education, moral education, and spiritual education. Okay, so get your girls ready. We have a year loaded with loads of transformational resources, programs, and products. You want your daughters in there. Yes, I can see you, Mrs. Lola says, we cannot wait. Yes, we can't wait too. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be our last in this series because on Friday we're going to be with the girls, reaching out to them while empowering them, showing them love. I have their roses ready. I have their cake ready. I mean, it's going to be a most unforgettable time because many of these girls have never experienced what we are going to share with them. If you want to partner with us, please feel free. You want to put a smile on that girl's face. Like you will look at this video and see a girl smiling or shedding tears of joy, and you will know that you were part of that experience, that unforgettable experience in her life. Some of them have never received roses. Never. You want to be a part of that experience, please send us a message as well. Or you have gifts for them. You say, oh, the girls are about 200. We're praying for 200 girls. You want to just say, oh, I have 200 of this. I want to send to the girls. Please send. Or you want to buy them chocolates. Who wants to buy them chocolates? I think that's the only thing we have not got. You want to buy 200 chocolates for these girls. Please send us a message. If you're in the girls' hub, reach out to us and say, Etima, please, let me buy these girls chocolates now. No, these girls have never lit chocolate. I'm not joking. If a boy comes to give them chocolate now, they will just follow that boy straight without thinking. They don't have as much knowledge as our daughters in the city have. So please, we're open. I'm available. Admin is available. Reach out to us and say, chocolate for the girls, chocolate for the girls, notes for the girls. Even if it's a note you want to write for 200 of them, please send to us. Immediately you get this message. Thank you so much, everyone. I really enjoyed today's conversation. And please keep gifting my daughters their words, their flowers, their cakes, their chocolates, their gifts. They deserve it, even though they not do their chores and you're upset. Mm, please keep showing them this love. On the day of trial and temptation, it will count. God bless you and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.